situated. Some wire. We have 13 drivers, so we are missing 7. We're missing a Ferrari, Red Bull, 2 Alfa Romeos, 2 Toro Rossos, and a Williams. Still missing Flying Pumpkin. Listen, Vic must not be racing. Missing Lord Cheater. And Placido84. Missing Alex and Galley. Here's Tippery. There's one guy we were missing. He's in Red Bull. So I got 2 Red Bulls now. So just missing the Alphas, the Toro Rossos, a Williams, and a Ferrari. And we're going. 14 drivers tonight for round 1 in Australia. Alright, just waiting for everybody to load in. So everybody loads in, we'll get qualifying underway for round 1. And we have rain right off the bat for round 1. Alright, let's get the tires. Right now we just have a waiting game until someone decides to go out and test the track, see how wet it is. I see a Ferrari and I see a Williams. So we got Pat out first, and then we're going to have Luke out second. Put up the lap data. See what kind of laps they're turning. And we have no sound. Great. No engine noise. So Pat will be first to take the line and take a time. Then we'll do Luke. And then we'll see who's third. Alright, coming off the last turn to the straightaway. He's got a Force Indy up in front of him. Might hamper his lap time if he doesn't get out of his way. Oh, he runs a little bit wide through the grass. And now his lap's really compromised by the Force India of Le Chameau, if I pronounced that right. See how Luke's doing. Oh, Luke loses it off. Coming up. Loses a little bit of the front wing. And that's going to be a throwaway lap. So, we got a yellow flag. I'd imagine that was Luke probably pulling off to let Trejo get by. Through the third DRS zone. He's got a Renault right behind him. Ooh, and the Renault sliding. That sets a 137.280. Well, he can go a lot faster than that. He lost quite a bit of time. See what Trejo sets. And he's at a 138. And Tenny's at a 137.5. See who's coming up. Dupre is here. Okay, John's behind him. Purple Haze just started a lap. He just started a lap. So it looks like it's going to be Dupre will be next. Then John will be right behind him. Oh, second to last corner, overshot it. Tyburn retires from the session without putting a lap down. And Dupre goes a 141.5. John a 144.0. We got Nappy 412. Oh, losing it. Got Purple Haze on a time right now. 1 minute flat through the second sector. Pat runs a 136.2 on his second flying lap. That tells me it was a little bit cleaner. Purple Haze comes to the line at a 139.8. Good enough for fourth fastest so far. Nappy come to the final two corners. Now to the final corner. Alright, we're back. Skid retires from the session, which tells me he's wrecked. Nappy ran a 1:45.2. Got Luca out, Chris is out, Jan's out. So we got Kev, who's retired. Pat's in the pits. Trails heading to the pits. Hayes is not on a lap. John's on a lap. Ooh. Nappy runs a 1:39.1 to go up to 4th. John decides to pit. We got Luke on a flyer. Through turn 2, coming to turn 3. Through 3, now 4. Now through the difficult turn 5, where everyone loses the back end and hits the inside wall. Makes it through there cleanly. 6. And lost it to 7 again through the same spot, but this time kept it out of the wall. Chris's lap was invalid on his first try, so he'll probably cool everything down and recharge the batteries and do another lap. And Luke's time might get disallowed with that. Through the final turn, down the straightaway, he will run a 1:40.3. Goes up to 7th fastest. So Chris is the only one not to put a time in yet. And he's going to box. So we got Jan, who's out. 2nd fastest. He's 0.8 off the lead right now. Ooh, he got loose. He got his teammate right behind him on an out lap. See if he's gonna let his teammate go. I think he's gonna box. We got a 10.221. He's on another flyer. See what his ERS is at, 80%. Coming up to turn 7, runs a little wide. Lucky he was a little loose, had to catch the back end. Down these long two stretches till you get to this little left-right bend. So far, the lap's looking pretty good. He's ran out of ERS. He's already used all his deployment. And final turn down the straightaway. And it's a 135.6 to the top. But the board he goes. We got John out. Went in, put a fresh new set of inters on. He's out on another flyer. The Shamu coming to the line. He runs a 140.4, jumps to 9th. We'll go back on board with John. He was a second up on his previous lap in Sector 2. That's going to cost him quite a bit of time. Still up by a 10th through the second sector. And if he can just hold it together through Sector 3, he should move up in the qualifying order. So far we got Chris is the only one not to set a time. He's on an outlap. And coming through the final turn. John's going to run a 140.4. About 0.02 of a second slower than Racing Point. And let's see. Tepre's coming through the final two corners. See what he puts down for a lap time if he improves. It's about 4 seconds off the fastest lap right now. He's going to run a 138, go up to 5th. Improved his lap time. Good lap. On board with Chris here. Needs to get a lap time in with 3 minutes to go in this session. Got a yellow flag somewhere out on the circuit in Sector 1. Tells me someone's slowed down. Let someone through. Coming through to the final two turns. So far this looks to be like a clean lap. Around the final corner. Down the straightaway. He's going to run a 135.9. Good enough for second fastest. 0.2 off the top spot right now. Pat coming around through Sector 3. To the final 4 corners. 3 to go. Should have enough time to put another lap in if he needs it. This one gets invalid. Right now Luke's the only one on the outside, or actually all of them are into the Q2 session. And Pat runs a 134.7, goes to the top by almost a full second. So the track is picking up pace. I don't know if Chris is on another lap. He's got his ERS down on 3. Nope. Trejo's in sector 1. Nappy's in sector 2. He's 6/10 up on his lap time right now. We'll go on board with him. See if he can hold it together through 3rd sector. I don't know if his lap time got invalidated with that. It was a little bit of a corner cut. Let's see. Coming to the final 2 corners. Now the final corner. On the straightaway, Trejo retires from the session. Nappy runs 1:37.5. Good enough for 6th fastest. Oh, Pat's the only one out there on a lap time right now. So everybody else is done. And he's going to head into the pits. So right now, Pat's on pole. Tenny's 2nd. Chris 3rd. Trejo 4th. Jan 5th. Nappy 6th. John 7th. Tippery 8th. La Chemie 9th. Purple Haze 10th. And Luke 11th. And then we got Tyburn 12th. Kev Burgundy 66th. 13th. And then Skid is 14th. And those 3 did not turn a lap. They all hit the wall. So we got Pat on pole with a 1:34.7 in the Williams. Tenny on starting outside of him with a 1:35.6 for 2nd fastest, about a second off. Chris is 3rd in the Haas with a 1:35.9, about 3/10 of a second in between. We got Trejo in the McLaren, a 1:36.5. Jan's 5th, Nappy 6th, John 7th, Tepper 8th, Shoe 9th. And that's it. Let's pray that we get sound this time for the engines for the race. If not, I might have to back out. And go again. Just waiting for the players to load in. Got 6 viewers right now. Alright. Session starts in 2, 1. And everybody on the grid. We got lights out. And we're underway for round 1 in Australia. In the turn 1, we got Kenny gets the move done on Pat. Got all kinds of action going on. Oh, we got wing pieces flying everywhere. Oh, we got John into the back of the Force India of Jan. We got another Haas making another move, Nappy. Oh, we got a Renault. John spinning out. We got so much action, I cannot keep up. Shamu is dead last. I take it he wrecked in turn 1. Right on the back. We got Nappy and Tepre right together. And Jan, 20-100 right behind them. Kevin Burgundy is all the way up from 14th to 9th now. Skids from 15th to 10th. Purple Haze went from 10th down to 11th. Oh, we got a Tepre's out. And the leader has spun. So Chris takes over the lead with Pat in second. See who's running what tires. We got Chris on softs, Pat's on soft. Jan's on mediums, setting in third. Trejo's running him down the straightaway here with softs. Nappy's on soft. Jan's on softs. Kev Burgundy's on soft. Burgundy's on medium, excuse me. Purple Haze is on softs. And we got Tibbering getting around Skid. We got Jan getting around Nappy. We got Trail 0.5 of a second behind Jan here. We got McKinney, he's in the pits, down in 14th, so he managed to keep the car going, not losing wheels after lap 1. Stay on board with this battle. Got a second between first and second, so. And then another 3 seconds between second and third. This is the closest battle on track. Trail is running him down the slipstream. Soft tires versus mediums. Soft should be faster, but they will wear out quicker than the mediums. And DRS will be enabled this lap. Trail makes it looks, and it sets up the dummy move, and now they got Jan right behind them. Once he got around Nappy, he came on him. Oh, Trail kind of pushes Jan through the 5th turn. Loses a little bit of front wing. Now he's got Jan 20-100 right behind him, pressuring him. Skid pits, puts on hards. So we'll see if how long he can make those hards last, if he's going to try to make it to the end of the race on those. I know they last right around about 20 laps, so he's kind of pushing it, but if he takes care of them, he might be able to make them last. DRS is open. No moves. We got Kev trying to make a move on Nappy. Nappy making him take the long way around. Go back up here for third, 4th, and 5th, all right bunched up. DRS opens for the McLaren and Ferrari. And they just tag team Racing Point. Two Jans go side by side. No move. Burgundy looking inside of Nappy. No move. Zimmerman, oh, a little hot into that turn on Purple Haze. Oh, Jan got by. Jan 20-100 got by Jan 48-25. We missed that move. Oh, Jan must have made a mistake. Oh, he lost some front wing. Nappy gets by and Kev Burgundy 66 gets by him. Just gotta regroup. We gotta yellow as Chris the leader spins it. Looks like he lost it. Does he get going? He's gonna drop down. Up all the way to 4th. 1st to 4th, and he's about 9 seconds behind the leader now. Pat just out here cruising around. making no mistakes. We got Jan and Trejo going back and forth for second. The battle from second to sixth is heated up. Got a train. We got Purple Haze back there. Burn got by a Purple Haze. Oh, and a bit of front wing goes off the Red Bull as he runs into the back of him. We got Jan who pits to change that front wing. Looks like he's going to go to hards. Nope, going to softs. And a front wing change. Kevin 6 still pressuring Nappy for that 5th spot. If he just stays right into his slipstream or draft and tries to crank up the ERS in the DRS zone right here. If he can stay close enough. Rear wing flap opens. Gaining, gaining, gaining. Not close enough. Got Chris catching trail again. All over him, looks down the inside, thinks better of it. Got to set him up off this final turn with the DRS, catch him in turn 1. Trail goes to protect mode already. With the rear flap open. Moves done and over with. Berge gets by Nappy. Seen that in the background. Nappy kind of pushed him all the way to the wall, the pit wall on the inside, but figured he wasn't going to be denied that 5th spot. We got a battle for the final points paying spot right now. Mew is 4/10 of a second behind John. Equal lap tires, so it's mano a mano. No advantage. Oh, got a good run off turn 5, coming to turn 6. Try to set him up. Trying to pressure him into making a mistake. Come up turn 7. Kind of fouling through this. Ooh, gets a little loose. Hitting the rumbles. Lost all that time. He's not going to have... He's still in DRS range. Oh, easy through there. Didn't want to lose the back end like everybody's been doing. Including me. In earlier's show. Got Kev catching trail. Nappy right behind him. Whoa! Oh, he lost it! And there goes the front wing. Can he keep all the wheels on it? Well, he kept all the wheels on it. It's pointing in the right direction. Where's Purple Haze? Here comes Purple Haze. Here comes Luke. And another yellow flag. I take it. Burn must have spun it too out of the final corner. Skid gets by and moves up to 11th. Jan sets the fastest lap at a 1:26.8. 8/10 off Pat. Got Chris another 2 seconds back. Trail another 2 after that. Nappy another second. Nappy trying to get in the DRS range. It's 8/10 off. Didn't clip the timer enough. If he stays right here, should be able to get DRS going down the front straightaway. Got Anthony coming back up through the field now. He's up to 12th after his mistake on lap 1. And Chris made the same mistake but didn't take the biggest hit like Anthony did. He's pulling away. We got Nappy coming out of turn 2. DRS flap opens. Inside move, thinks about it, shows his nose. Oh, gets a little loose by clipping the inside curb. Got us yellow in sector 3. I have no idea who wrecked. I take it to Burn wreck. Yep, and he's in the grass again. Overshoots the second to final curve. Now he's going really slow. Pat's just out on a joyride. Few mistakes possible, and he's leading the race. Chris trying to make up for lost time after that spin. The Burn retires. Trail and Nappy are going at it. And here comes Nappy again. Thinks about it. Dummy move. Trying to get Trail to make a mistake. Got Luca on Purple Haze. We'll follow this battle going into the DRS. Zone number 3. Following. The flap opens. Gaining, 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 gaining. Not enough time. Runs out of track. Another yellow flag. Who spun it? Finney spins it again. Here comes Jan. After the spin, looks inside, thinks better of it. Finney overshoots it, trying to beat him into the corner. Goes through the gravel. Luke got by Purple Haze. He's up to 7th. And Nappy's still pressuring Trail. The more laps he stays behind Trail, the more he wears those front tires out, and the more his car starts to overheat. So he might have to start backing up a little. Or he stays out of the slipstream to get fresh air to the motor. The DRS zone opens again. See how much DRS he has. He's got 10%. That might be why he's not catching him. Yeah, Trail's conserved his ERS a little bit better than Nappy, and he's kind of using it on the straightaways to protect. He's only in 2 right now. Nappy turns his down to 1. What to do coming off. Leaves it in 1. Trail's just got just about half of his ERS, where Nappy's only got 15, 20%. Nappy needs to sit there and let it build back up, not burn it off this lap. Just stay close. Jan retires. What happened to Jan? Did he wreck? And then he gets lapped, so he lets Jan 20-100 go. And now he lets Chris go. And I still haven't seen. We got Skid getting by. Shemu is pressuring Skid. They get Jan wrecked off that little left-right chicane before the 3rd DRS zone. Ooh, getting a little loose. Yeah, he takes this curve. Nappy gets a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Well, that adds 3 seconds to him, so now he's really got to get by Trail. He wants that 4th spot. We got Skid pressuring Purple Haze on those hard tires. 7-lap-old hard versus 9-lap-old soft. Purple Haze tires are about the end of their life. We should start to see pit stops any time now. And we'll see. So far, Skid and Anthony are the only 2 that have made stops. Anthony's made 2 stops. Nobody else has pitted yet, so everybody's still on the same tires they started the race with. Except for Skid and Anthony. Comes Skid with DRS open. Good run off the final turn. Should pass Purple Haze turn 1 pretty easily. Yep. Oh! Kind of cut the first corner. Didn't have the angle getting in there. But anyways, job's done. Next battle. Got Purple Haze. See if he can hang with Skid or if he's... Oh, his softs are just giving up, screaming for mercy. Wanting him to take him off. About 22 seconds for a pit stop around here. So... Pat, if he pits now, he should come out right behind Nappy. He should come out around 5th. And we got Jan, who makes his pits, goes on mediums. We got Chris. Pits also goes on mediums. Trail's in the pits. Nappy's in the pits. Everybody's diving for pits. Get off the softs, go into medium. Oh, Trail's front wing change also. That's going to slow him up. Comes Nappy right behind. Trail's down and away. Nappy's got a front wing change also. That's going to slow him up. If Pat's smart, he'll pit right here. He'll go Skid through. I don't think Skid's going to catch Trail. We're right behind him. With those fresh mediums versus 9-lap-old hards, the mediums should pull away once they get up to temp. Purple Haze got a 5-second penalty, pitting. Going too fast through the pits. Luca gets by Purple Haze. We got John in the pits. Front wing change there. We got Shamu stayed out. And we got Pat in the pits. Leaders in the pits. He had a 20-second lead. Should come back out with about 6 seconds in hand. 6 to 8 seconds. Softs to medium. Pretty straightforward. Down and away. There's Jan. Jan coming down the front straightaway right now. And Luca, I take it, has wrecked out of the final. Oh, Luca's wrecked in turn 5. The dreaded turn 5. Where I wrecked in qualifying. Down to 11 cars. Shamu should be pitting this time. Yes. We'll say 11-lap-old softs. They're at the end of their tire life. Make sure you don't speed in the pit lane. And he still went over 37 or 60 kilometers per hour. Into the pits. Put on mediums. And a little slow. There he goes, down and away. So the guy we need to watch is Kev. He hasn't made a stop yet. He's up to 4th. How many people have made... let's see. Jan's moved 13 spots. Kev's moved 9. Skid's up 8. Shamu and Purple Haze are up 1. Chris has stayed even. Pat stayed even. Rat Trail down 1. Nappy down 1. Anthony down 8. John's down 4. We go back to the tires. And Kev's in the pits. Oh! And he got it down. Just got it down. Front wing change. Going to Hearts. Trail sits fast lap of those brand new fresh mediums. Skid's up to 5th. Pretty worse. Nappy coming down the straightaway. Should get him. Yep. Issue. Well, Kev will come back out 7th on fresh hards. So, pitting at lap 14, Kev's going to the end. He will not have to make another stop. He's done. Unless he really messes up and has to take another pit stop. But he's done for pit stops. Nappy cutting corners again. They already got a 3-second time penalty. So really, Burgundy just needs 0.5 of a second And he's got 6th in the bag without even have to pass him. 2/10 now. Back up front, where Chris is starting to run down Jan. There's about 1.3 seconds off. See him in front of him. Quite a bit of ERS left, 57%. See what Jan's got. Got about the same, so it's about even. Pretty much what they're running for wings. Lower wings, faster straightaway, slower in the corners. Higher wings, faster in the corners, slower down the straightaways. Jan's got Pat's lead down to 3 seconds after Pat stayed out that extra lap. That extra lap kind of hurt him. Jan almost got the undercut on him. Oh, we got Kev getting by Nappy. Jan picks up a 3-second time penalty for too many corner cuts. That will hurt him in catching Tenny for 10th in that final point. Tenny with 5 laps on his hards, lap 15. He should make it to the end. He should not be pitting anymore. Skid. He's trying to push those hards to make it to the end of the race. We'll see coming down. We're seeing about 10 laps, give or take. We'll see if he's struggling or if he's still running consistent. So far, the closest battle is Chris trying to catch on. It's Pat, the leader, sets fastest lap overall. Starting to pull away now. Got a 3.8 second lead. Looks like Chris is a little better in the first sector, but Jan might be a little bit better in the second sector. Go on board, don't let that in you. See if he's just trying to run him down. Chris breaks a little bit later than Jan into turn 7. Gains a little bit of time on him, but he loses it off the exit. See if he feathers the throttle through here. Oh, wide open. Then he gained 2/10 out of that. Now he's within DRS range. Oh, we got a yellow flag as John pulls over for the leaders. Go by. Jan's gonna see that. Oh, and John screws up. Stays out of the way, but he hurts Chris in the process as he takes his line. Just using the DRS to try to gain back that time as he lost 0.5 of a second off the last corner. As John took his line away from him, trying to get back on the track. What you can do there. I mean, John was trying to stay out of the way. The problem was where he was at on the track. He was on the inside of the turn. Chris had nowhere to go but the outside. But Chris is kind of reeled Jan back in. He's back within 0.8. I feel like Chris is a little bit faster than him. In a couple of the sectors, he brakes a lot later than him. That's where he gets him. But Jan gets that run off the corner, which kind of stabilizes the gap and keeps the gap where it's at. Skid picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. This is the closest Chris has been to Jan all race. He wants that second spot. Really drives it in deep into the second to final turn. Now if he can just get the run off the final turn. Oh shoot, wrong button. Go on board. Gaining. Jan goes to protect. Chris dive bomb. Ricardo style. Oh, he overshoots the turn, but he gets the job done. pulled the Daniel Ricciardo-esque with the old late dive bomb break style on Jan and made the move stick. I think Jan kind of gave him some room, didn't want to risk losing front wing. Skid has hit pits, he's on mediums. Kev gets by him. Nappy is coming down the straightaway. I don't know if Nappy's gonna get him. Yep. Skid's gonna come out behind him now. He's got the freshest mediums. He's in 7th. We'll see where he's at. Come to the end of this race, how far up the running order he's moved up with those fresh mediums. He's got 6 laps fresher, 4 laps fresher than Kev's hards, but Kev should be stronger at the end of the run too. We'll have to wait and see. We got a battle for 9th as Tenny's putting the pressure on Purple Haze for that 9th spot. DRS zone. Rear wing opens. Gaining, nothing. Sit back here and kind of just follow him through. Try to stay close till you get to the next DRS zone. Try to get him to make a mistake. I feel like Anthony is just kind of biding this time, trying to make Purple Haze either make a mistake or wait till he gets to the DRS. Rear wing opens. He's too far back. He's going to show it. Overcooked that curve, that corner I mean. Now you just got to get close to him when he gets to the final corner. There, he got real close. Ow. He can stay right on his rear wing. DRS zone. Rear wing's open. Gaining. Move should be done pretty easy. Oh, he comes over on him. Takes off the Purple Haze's front wing. I think he thought he was clear and Purple Haze kind of was still on his outside. They kind of touch and Purple Haze gets the worst end of that deal as he loses the end plate on the right hand side of that front wing. Now if he can build that gap to John, he could pit, put sauce on, change that front wing and still come out ahead of John. Or actually John's got a 3-second time penalty, so really he's got 29 seconds. So he would come out right behind him with the front wing change and everything if he wanted to pit. We got Jan, who is closed right back up on the back of Chris. Come down this back straightaway with the little kink in it. Now Jan will have DRS. And they are starting to run down Pat. They're only 2 seconds behind Pat. We got a yellow flag in Sector 1 as I take it Nappy's wrecked. Yes, he has. And he's lost his entire front wing. So Skid has moved up. Oh, Skid has got front wing damage. I take it they must have hit one another. He's got major front wing damage. Skid does. That will hurt Skid and Nappy. We'll go back up front to the battle with for second. I'm trying to gain on him. Just too far back. Chris must have deployed his ERS down the straightaways to protect because he's not gaining it very much with DRS. Jan's got 70%. He was at 4. Oh, downshift. They are gaining on Pat. They are 1.8 seconds behind Pat. So, the top 3, you can put them under a blanket right now. The battle's heating up. If Pat doesn't, I think Pat might just be saving tires, saving the car, not really pushing it. Where Chris and Jan, they are pushing each other. call this? Round 4, round 5. Oh, Jan, 3-second time penalty for that, and he gets a little loose. That's going to hurt him down this DRS zone, as he had to back out of it to catch the rear end after he got a little loose off on the rumbles. Chris is starting to put the pressure on Pat as he has ran Pat down. And they comes the Ferrari and the Haas. As we got people coming out of the pits. Is Nappy in skid pit. Jan did not make the dive bomb as Skid gets out of the way. A true gentleman has the top 3 battle here. Got the top 3 with all within a second and a half of each other. We got another caution. Weird. Must be Nappy slowing down. Nappy and Skid, and they're on softs. So you got John, Anthony. We'll go back up to the top. Top 3 guys. This is the battle. They're all battling for the race win. Pat's got 1 lap fresher mediums in the top 3. John is looking all over the back of that Haas. Now you got Chris putting the pressure on Pat. Oh, and Jan hits Chris in the back. And Pat says, "Thank you. I will drive off into the sunset with 7 laps to go." Jan moves up to second, but now they're 5 seconds down. Chris is 4 seconds behind Jan. And that might get a review from the stewards after this race. I don't know if Jan just overcooked it into the corner or what, but we could clearly see that he tapped Chris right in the back. But with that, Pat has made the big jump. Now you got Skid all over the back of Purple. And the leader's right in front of them. You got Skid on fresh softs. Purple's on old mediums. Should be no match. These softs should eat him up. Cleaning, cleared, dusted. However you want to put it. DRS just to get a little faster as Anthony has spun again. Oh, and we got a retirement. Jan is wrecked. Second place is wrecked. He hit the wall. I have no idea what happened there. We missed that. I seen it in the background. Skid still hasn't gotten by Purple. But Jan is out of the race. He's done. He's all done. Skid should make this move stick. Should make it look easy. And he does. And that's him up to 7th. Purple down to 8th. Closest battle is these 2 guys, 0.6 of a second. But Skid should start to pull away. Yes, he is starting to pull away. Now we got Nappy, who is starting to close in on Anthony. Or those 14-lap-old hards and 2-lap-old softs. So the softs should reel him in pretty fast. But we'll see. Nappy's got... No, Nappy don't have front wing damage. I thought he had front wing damage. He does not. So there are 10 guys, so as long as they all stay running, they should all get points, including John. He will move up to 10th as soon as they get past where Jan had wrecked. So these guys are a lap down. As Jan starts to fall down, Anthony is, as long as he makes it through this corner nice and easy, he's up to 8th. Nappy should move to 9th. John, once he gets through this next section of track, he should move up to 10th. Now we got quite a bit of a gap as Skid sets the fastest lap to get that extra point. He's 2.2 seconds off Anthony as he lost time in the last sector, which tells me he overran one of the corners as he gains 3/10. Braked a little early. He's losing time. Pat's just on a joyride after Chris and Jan decided to battle it out and take each other out. They made it pretty easy for Pat as he's got a 9-second lead now. Anthony is retired. I take it he is wrecked on turn 5, the dreaded turn 5 where it gets you loose when you hit the inside curb and then it sets you in the grass. Yes. As they go around him, actually he retired from the session, but his car did not actually retire. He did not lose wheels, so his car was still going. I think that was a manual retirement. Skid's gotten back around the leader. Those fresh softs. He's moved himself all the way back up to 6. He's got 4 seconds to catch Le Chemieux with 4 laps to go. So can he gain a second a lap? 3.8 seconds. Watch this battle. Chris is starting to reel in Pat again. He got it down to 8 seconds, but there's too big of a gap with too little of a time. He'd have to run 2 seconds a lap faster as Nappy picks up another 3-second time penalty. So that is 6 seconds added onto his time at the end of the race. Skid's got a 3-second time penalty as Michoud has wrecked. He went off. Made it easy for Skid. Skid gets 5th. That was pretty easy. And Skid's got a 3-second time penalty on top of it. So if Michoud can stay within that 3 seconds, which he's not now, he will not get back 5th place. And all this action is happening right in front of the leader as he's trying to avoid all this. Chris is doing anything and everything, praying that something happens to Pat and he makes a mistake, anything. You can tell Pat got held up by that from Michoud because Chris gained a second on him in this lap alone. He's got it down to 7 seconds. Chris is pushing. Running that Haas for everything it's worth. Trying to run down the Williams. 3 laps to go. I just don't see it happening. Trails up to 3rd. Kev, he's up to 4th on those hards. He's only did 1 stop, so he's looking pretty good. You got Skid, who's sitting in 5th. He's got the fastest lap, so that will help. That will get him that extra bonus point on top of it. And for Mercedes, they get the extra point too. Michoud is sitting 6th, just trying to survive to the end. Purple Haze, 7th. Nappy is in 8th. And John's moved all the way up to 9th. They're having all the problems at the beginning of the race. He's actually kept it on track, kept all 4 wheels on it, setting in the points in 9th. Anthony, I don't know why he retired when, okay, I understand you hit the wall, but you were in the points. You still would have got a point. We'll just go on board with Pat here. Chris is reeling him in with 3 laps to go. He's got it down to 5-6 seconds. I mean, he's hustling that car. I just don't see him really, he got it getting back up to 6 because in the shoe Chris didn't want to make sure he wasn't going to hit him, didn't know which way he was going to go. Purple Haze, I think, has made a mistake somewhere. Nappy's caught him. Nappy's got by him. But Nappy's got to gain 6 seconds on Purple Haze now to keep that 7th spot. Purple Haze stays in his draft. Go on board with Purple Haze as he gets right up under the rear wing. And those medium tires have had they're at the end of their life. You can see them. They're wore out. Big tire drag on the front left and front right. 15 lap old mediums, just they got nothing left in them. Nappy's starting to pull away, but he's got to pull out a 6-second gap within the next lap to get Purple Haze. That's a tall task to keep 7th place, to pull out that big of a gap. Pat's coming around the final turn, start the final lap. Final lap for the Williams and Pat. He takes it nice and easy through the first 2 corners. Comes up turn 3 with a 5.4 second lead. No pressure from behind. Go on board with him for this final lap. Car looks to be pretty smooth, nice and easy. Not overdoing it. Chris is back there 5 seconds back, praying he makes a mistake. Just wants a shot after he made the mistake and wrecked. And then he got taken out of no fault of his own. Just the guy missed his braking points and overcooked it. Final 3 corners coming up. Nice and easy 4-second lead. He's got it in the book, in the bag. Last corner, front straightaway. Team on the side of the wall, fist in the air. Good win by Pat. Chris gonna get a good 2nd place. We got Trail. We got Kev trying to run him down on this final lap for 3rd. That final podium spot. Michoud picks up had to serve his 5-second penalty, but Nappy with those 6 seconds couldn't get him. Trail finishes 3rd, but Kev finishes 4th. We got Skid. Nappy's in 7th. Purple Haze is 8th. Kev got the fastest lap time away from Skid, so that final lap, can Skid get the point back? Ooh, he gets a little loose. But I'm pretty sure after Skid's eventful race of about 3 front wing changes, 3 pit stops, he'll take a 5th place finish. Final corner. And 5th place. And that is round 1 from Australia. We got Pat winning it, Chris coming 2nd, and Trail 3rd for McLaren. We got a Williams, a Haas, and a McLaren on the podium. None of the big 3. We got the little 3 up there on the podium today. Look at the final standings. The top 4 guys were all clean, no time penalties. And you got Skid, who's 5th. He had a 3-second time penalty. Michoud was 6th with a 5-second time penalty. Nappy was 7th with a 6-second time penalty. If he wouldn't have had that 2nd penalty, he would have finished 6th. But That's what happens when you get corner cuts. Purple Haze finishes 8th. John is 9th, getting points. And then Anthony would have finished 10th and got the final point, but because he didn't finish the race, he does not get any points. Jan finishes 11th. Luke was 12th. And that's it, folks. That was round 1. We will do round 2 from Bahrain next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you and have a good night.